Can't see it. Oh man. I think it might be a mana tithe. Yeah, well, okay. I mean, you can insert any adjective as to describe mana tithe, and it pretty much applies. Like it's that kind of card. Like it's just ridiculous to sleeve that card up. So you can say whatever you want about it. It's going to be accurate. I guess you can't say that it's like average. Like mana tithe is very. It's a standard, you know. It's very standard. I think Shaun kept plains black cards, which is it's awkward. Oh, Ghost Quarter, perfect. It's gonna get mana tithed. Truthfully, this mana tithe was gonna get him. If it gets this, I actually wouldn't even be upset. Oh, he's thinking about it. You let him know you have a mana tithe. You don't have to think about stuff with just a plains up if you don't have a mana tithe. Oh, he ripped the Godless Shrine. That's good. Hand's pretty non-functional without it, so good for him. You take the Collected Company. Yeah. I like that he... Oh, you can't take it. Yeah, it's Inquisition. Oh, I think he had a Thoughtseize in hand. That's awkward. So you can float green and tap the birds, Ghost Quarter your land, get a plains and tap, untap the birds, and you can resolve a Collected Company. Now, look, I don't think that's the best play. Did you draw land? That would be so much better. No. I think you just do it because you're up against a deck that's going to try and grind you out. You don't have to do it right now. You can wait until he does something. If he moves in on a Thoughtseize. I guess the issue is he had mana tithe anyway. I mean, how do you know that? You don't. You just don't. Nobody knows that. Flagstones of Trokir. For those of you who never played against that card, it's when it dies, it gets a plains. And it's really good when you have Smallpox in your deck. That was a mana tithe. Oh man. You know when you like watch cube decks that are total disasters? That's what this feels like. When you know like, oh, this draft it didn't go so hot. Oh, there's the land you wanted. A little too late. You can trigger the scry. No. We missed our value. If he draws a land, that's going to be sad. 4 mana. Sorin. Good. This is where we've lost me on the Smallpox deck. Maybe I can buy Mana Tithe because it's going to be a low resource battle when you're like getting rid of their lands and their hand and stuff. I don't think you can sell me on the Sorin. I'm not buying. Oh. Uh-oh. Didn't need to scry. That's the combo. Okay, well, Shaun's dead if he doesn't come up with something good here because the Smallpox isn't going to be good enough. That's not good enough either. Oh, and Chris is on 3 lands, so the Tectonic Edge doesn't matter. If he was on 4, you could get the Wolf Run if Chris sequences it wrong, because Chris could, before he gets the Wolf Run, get a fetch, hold Trigger of the Night to untap, and fetch and fail to find, and then just get another land with the trigger, be okay. But is he getting ready to put F6 on the table? He is. Nope. Nope. Oh, I thought he was just gonna F6. Yeah, +1/+0. Does a whole lot here when you're dead on board. I do like that we went to the trouble of playing the emblem, though. I appreciate the thoroughness. You know, I do. You gotta sell them on it. Sell them on the fact you're not dead. Just make them think about it. Maybe have a slaughter pact. You have no idea. Those tokens are in foil? Sweet. Alright, well, here is why Bant Nightfall is good. So the bird taps for red, so it doesn't even really need to sweat the wolf run activation. I don't know what we're thinking about. So for every fetch land, Chris can tap and untap his bird as well. Yeah, bird makes red every time for sure. So if you're not familiar with the combo, Chris is going to generate a whole bunch of mana. Every time he finds a fetch land, he generates an extra one because of the bird. It's possible Shaun's asking him, like, what's your kill? Just to save time. He's going to be like, I'm going to keep untapping and untapping, and I'm going to play a wolf run. Like, maybe just show him the wolf run is what he wants to know. So you float the bird here. You float the bird. You can still do it with the fetch on the stack. Yeah, there you go. Looks like Shaun's just going to have him play it out. So for those of you at home, you can grab a drink really quick. If you were worried about missing any action, this will take a couple minutes. Shaun isn't familiar with the combo. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Chris explained it to him, did he not? Okay. Just wants to see it. Seeing is believing, I suppose. He can go as low as he wants as long as he doesn't die, because it's not going to matter. He's at 11 right now. Yeah, he's going to be fine. So the night grows. Every land that goes in the graveyard gets +1/+1. He's floating a bunch of mana. As he does this, he's generating a bunch of mana to play into a Kessig Wolf Run. By the time the Wolf Run's on board, Chris is going to have like a night that's already like a 15/15. He's going to pump it, you know, to probably a 30/30 or something like that. And then he gets to attack with Trample. So, should be it. I think he's just trying to see how big it is, so doesn't have to keep going. I thought I counted 6 lands. I could be wrong. Just goes and gets a fetch. Chris is alternating between unboxing his deck and then ignoring it, which I like. Best of both worlds. Chris is, so we said he's at 11. Let's keep updating life totals here. Down to 10. Down to 8. Bird untaps. I feel like he floated that for mana but forgot to do it, but it doesn't really matter. So Shaun did gain life, right? So if Chris forgot, that'd be bad. So that is 11 lands, so that Night Oak was a 13-13. Let me bring up Kessig Wolf Run for you. $11 lands in grave. So it's gonna have 9, 10, 11, 12, 9. So he's going to have a 22 trample into a 1/1. What's Shaun at? Oh, okay. We're just going a little deeper, just to be safe. Forgot his bird, but I don't think it matters anymore. Oh, he has to tap the creature. Yes. Love it. That's also a feature. Yeah, Martin, I agree that Kessig makes the tapping irrelevant. So yeah, maybe hiding the tech is a good idea. That's honestly not a terrible idea sometimes in tournaments, right? Sometimes you want to have that edge. For those of you wondering, Shaun is dead. I'm just gonna sink all that mana in, get in there for trample. Shaun, very much like a sport about it, you know. Let everybody on Twitch see the combo. Even let him connect. Like, didn't scoop to just the mana being poured in. He's like, yeah, just attack me with your knight, enjoy it. You put the combo in your deck for a reason. Good on him. Now, I will say that I hope he scoops to the combo next time, because it takes a while. And if you have no interaction, then might as well save yourself some time. Martin informed me anyway that Shaun just isn't familiar with the combo. He doesn't play a ton of Modern, and he doesn't have a lot of time to play Magic, so this is one of those decks he probably just hasn't played against in terms of the combo. He's played against Coco decks, but never banned Nightfall, so... The thing is, Martin was saying that Kessig makes tapping a creature with Coral Helm irrelevant, but Shaun also showed him his tech, which was Mana Tithe, so I think it's just fair. Both players just cards on the table now, you know. Oh, he's siding out the Mana Tides. Yes. Aidenoth006, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. We will send you your 10% off discount code to top8gaming.com. Thank you. The beauty of siding out Mana Tithe is that your opponent might have to still play around it. Shaun is just a mind gamer. I think his choice there, he had 5 cards out and he'd only sideboarded out 4, so he was trying to decide which ones. I think he chose Foil Path over Non-Foil Path, which I admire. I mean, if you have the choice, they're both there anyway. He's playing Bob's and Lingering Souls and brought in... Is that the card that does what I think it does? Huh. Well, it doesn't do anything to Lingering Souls, right? But it does. It makes Bob annoying. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. He brought in the suppression. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Shaun, I don't know if this is Pox, buddy. I really don't know. Yeah, suppression field's gonna be a big one for the combo. I mean, it's not gonna do anything to die if he dies to just a big knight, but push bird's a good start. Suppression field will be good here. Oh. Oh, baby. Just right off the top. Dear Lord. He's not priced into having to play it this turn, by the way, at all. Yeah. Martin is, I assume, watching this game very closely now with a Dark Confidant and Suppression Field in kind of hanging out together. Oh yeah, I know, but that's a lot of triggers to remember. I know they don't affect each other, but we're at the point where Shaun's whole deck is basically remembering different triggers a turn. I guess it's not as bad as like Judge's Tower, which I assume you've played. So. I mean, Shaun has like a 6 smallpox lined up if he really wants to. You definitely want a flagstone and whatnot, but you get to kill basically two sources of mana, and then the next turn you can play like a suppression field. I have no idea what that card is, Martin, but I'm going to look it up and bring it on stream so everybody's confused. It didn't come up. Is it like an uncard? It is an uncard, isn't it? I bet it's an uncard. I hate you. Alright, anyway. Shaun gets in for 2. Resolves the suppression field, which is good. Bosium strip, okay. Because they want to just like mix around until I'm just gonna bring this up for you guys because we're at like a little slower part of the game. 3 tap until end of turn. If any time the top card in your graveyard is an instant, interrupt, or sorcery card, you may play that card as though it were in your hand. If you do so, remove the card from the game. Card seems annoying. Which I guess is the point. Ooh, take 4 from your Bob. We're on a clock. Chris wants to make sure Bob isn't affected by that. It isn't. It's cool. Don't worry. You have a judge at the table. He's got you. Oh, Shaun fetched too. Bob in. $12.13. I missed a shock from both. Good job, me. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Alright, Shaun, fourth land. Probably Sorin time. Would be surprised if it was anything but. Although I guess Tracker's kind of a problem. If he has a removal spell for Tracker, that would be good. He does. He can Smallpox, then Fatal Push. Let me bring up Smallpox. Because that's a fun card to play against. And with. Yeah, Tectonic Edge seems like a good one to sack there. The Fatal Push is going to kill Tracker. Shaun has now cleaned up this board nicely. Clues cost 4 to crack. Oh, you're right. Oh. God. So bad. Collective Brutality off the top? Or was already there? What is that? What's the other card? It's dark and foil, and I'm scared. Alright, Sorin. That one's good. All right, so the clue is still around because we tried to crack it. That's an interaction that I imagine most players would have missed. I would have missed it 100%. So no reason to feel bad on that one. Knight's big here. Shaun doesn't have a removal spell for it. It just threatens the board so well, just as a big dude. Oh, look at the exalted triggers. Shaun needs a big draw here, to be honest. If he draws, like, runs out some lands, yeah. He's in trouble. From what is an absurd start. Okay, sorry. It wasn't absurd. That is definitely hyperbole. It was a solid start, though. And the Smallpox felt like it was a very strong play. But it feels like that might not matter here. The problem is that Knight is just huge. And his deck isn't good at dealing with huge things. Oh, Sorin Suppression Field. Wow. That's, oof. That one feels good, right? That's gotta feel great. Escalate, kill a hierarch, ditch a removal spell. The spell is gonna be Path, which actually would have been good. Would have let him clear the way and kill this Sorin, which is really the only thing he has to worry about this game. That being said, Chris is just a top deck of any threat away from this game really spiraling out of control. Gavany Township is good. It's very good. Actually starts to make Noble Hierarch a threat. You attack here for sure. Has to block. He'll gain a life. But this Township represents a huge issue for Shaun. It makes every card that Chris draws a threat. Shambling Vent is not good here. Oh yeah, that's fair. Gavany Township does cost extra mana to activate as well. And, yeah, okay. I guess you're gonna... Oh, the clue! The clue! What do you find? Land something. Relic? Is that a relic? Nope. Oh. Oh. Well, I mean, the combo doesn't work here, to be fair. At least there's that. Oh, but he gets to tap the lifelinker. No, that's good. That's good stuff. Oh, he's attacking Shaun. How big is it? 7. So it's a 2-turn clock? Oh, Shaun's at 7? I kind of like getting Sorin off the table here. Yeah, see, it's for reasons like this. Like he just drew Lingering Souls, so now the Soren's never coming off the table because there's just infinite blockers all the time. There's just one land away from activating Township. After this Temple Garden. I think you just scry here. Like, first of all, you attack, but then you just scry. I think attacking Soren might have been the play last round. I feel like this isn't good for Chris now. So there's Soren, which he's going to be able to ultimate next turn. I think I mean, he'll do it. I don't think there's a reason not to. Get Knight of the Reliquary, which isn't as good for you, but still good. Maybe just hold note for that third creature value. I think Chris definitely should have played his land for what it's worth. It doesn't do a ton in your hand. Like, Smallpox gets it anyways. Other discard spells don't do anything to it. And it lets you scry, so if you're drawing something bad, you have a chance to get rid of it. Like, if this is a land, it feels bad. It's a Knight. That's just going to fuel Soren. We're going to a game 3, I think. Shaun's going to untap here. I think he's got like several different ways with which to kill Chris. Just gets to kind of choose. Pretty sure he's just going to ultimate Soren. Probably just take 2 Knight of the Reliquaries. Call it a day. It's like, none of those come back to me. I feel like Chris really should have attacked and killed that Soren when he had the chance. Attacking Shaun instead didn't do a whole lot, and now he's dead to all the tokens it made, plus its ultimate. We left a voice on top, sure. He took 6 there. He's at 5. It's just dead to the board. All right, gonna get a game 3. Well, that was an interesting one. I feel like this game could have gone way differently. Had first of all, Shaun not top decked suppression field right off the top on turn 2, and then had it in play for the whole game. But second of all, if Chris had attacked that Sorin, I mean, Shaun's in the point where he's going to have to start chump blocking that Knight with the Lingering Souls tokens rather than pressuring Chris. I think it probably would have gone a lot better. I kind of see what Chris was trying to set up there, but I just feel like if you have the chance to kill the Sorin and it's producing tokens that are going to chump your Knight all the time, you take it. He will have the play this game, which is really important because it means he's less likely to be disrupted by smallpox early. And
So
we saw...
Who do you like here?
I like... Also, Ryan's here.
Hi.
I like Chris on the play. I think Game 1 and Game 2 provided examples of how smallpox is actually really ineffective in this matchup outside of early. And early it hurt Shaun too. I also just like Chris having a combo that wins the game, whereas Shaun just doesn't have that, and he's trying to play grindy too.
Yeah, that's fair.
There was a game like in Game 1, Chris got smallpox, lost like a really valuable creature, lost a land that he needed to set up a Coco, and lost like a decent card in hand, and like Shaun didn't really lose anything, and he still won that game pretty easily. Like it was a tight game for a while, but like he just came out ahead.
Sure.
So how'd Modern go for you, buddy?
Finished 2-2. My last opponent conceded to me, so ran into Jeskai control last round. I was in okay shape, and he drew a very he drew a Geist off the top of the deck after I thought season, which was really good.
Yep. Yeah.
And then he drew a Path Exile for my Tasker, so I couldn't Colgan's get it back.
Yeah, those are good plays.
My Stubborn
Good
Denials
plays.
got a lot worse when he had 6 mana.
Yeah, that's rough.
No, it was good. I mean, I got a lot of turn. He didn't go for the kill when he could have. It was at 2 for a long time, and I knew he had Snap and same with a Bolt in the graveyard, and all I had was Stubborn Denial in my hand.
Yeah.
But he opted not to go for it, afraid that I would counter something.
Gotta put the fear in him.
That was fun though.
There's a suppression field. Yeah, that's a one of.
That's a good one up to show up on turn 2 every game.
Yeah, when you need it, right?
Yeah, when it matters. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. That's a good start for Chris.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Deck's like supposed to have that, right? Doesn't it play like both Bird and Noble?
Yeah. I mean, the deck's built to do this. I think the rest of his hand isn't as good. Like, I don't think he has like an early Knight or anything.
No, he has a voice, which isn't terrible, but it's not great.
I like this Staticaster though. That could be big.
Sure, to blank Souls tokens?
Inquisition is bad for him.
Well, this is going to be a suppression field turn, right?
He sandbagged it last game.
Did he? Okay.
He played a Dark Confidant over it before, and I feel like it's something he's going to do again.
That's probably fair, though. Dark Confidant's pretty good.
It's not a bad one.
Looks like he has it again here, so.
He has 2, in fact.
Sure, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Dark Confidant. Yep, there he is. This does let Chris just play an Is It Staticaster and kill it.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be a little unfortunate for Shaun. But
Or he can make the Soul Read and be like, Shaun's going to play another one next turn. I just feel it in my bones.
I don't think you want to give him a free card, though.
Feel it in my bones.
I don't see any purpose to give him a free card here, so. Chris
For
is
fun.
at 17 now. Get on your game, Cody. What have I left? Whose hands have I left the stream in? Jeez.
I've been doing great without you around.
I bet.
With you around, I just don't care anymore.
I know you're nervous with me, and I understand. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I swear it's not usually like this.
There's the Staticaster.
Don't like tapping us out of path.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why do we not tap the forest instead of the Temple Garden?
In. Take 2. Even. Voice gonna go the distance. That's the Soren that won the game last time.
That's a good one.
I know it's the Soren that won the game because the other one's different art.
It's the promo one.
Yeah.
It's the dual deck one or whatever it is. Oh yeah, when he faced off against Tibble.
Tibbs?
Tibbs, big Tibbs. So here is Expression Field and here's Inquisition. We look at Voice, Scavenging
Voice.
Ooze, and Ghost Quarter.
You have to take the Voice. 2 voices is going to run away with the game.
Yeah, you definitely take Voice. There's no question. I mean, it minimizes your game plan.
And Scooz costs 3 to activate.
Yeah, it's not very good.
It's still going to do stuff because Chris happens to have a lot of mana this game. But yeah. This is awkward because his Vampire tokens and his Dark Confidant are being blanked by that Is It Staticaster.
Yeah.
Even though it now costs 2 to activate, that is a price Chris will pay every time.
That's right. This star makes 1/1 vampires.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It is.
Expression Field is not. It's not symmetrical, right? It just affects your opponent.
No, I think it's symmetrical. Yeah, it is symmetrical. It is 100%.
So Soren's not good either.
Because he was paying 2 to activate Soren last game.
That's rough. Well, that was a good draw.
Times are tough. What do you draw?
Knight.
With a Reliquary? Yeah, it's not a bad one.
Fields of Trocaire.
Murderous Cut.
He's Murderous Cut in his deck?
I think Shaun has it.
Well, I didn't think it was Chris. So.
Well, dude, he has Birds of Paradise.
True, he could cast it.
Cast that Is It Staticaster with no red mana.
He did. You are correct. It's a cut. No.
Yeah, it's a cut. It's not Taziger. I always look at that and think it's Taziger when I see it drawn.
Yeah.
Because the arts on both are so dark.
A little bit similar, yeah.
And they have that symbol. But
yeah. Yeah, the
Sultai?
Sultai symbol, yeah.
Sultai Frog. The legend returns. Randy. I miss Randy. Shaun really going to the tank over how he wants to do this turn. He's going to start by leading with a creature that's going to die. No, he's going to kill the Staticaster? It has to be, yeah. Oh, I don't know, honestly.
If you're starting with that, it has to be Staticaster.
Yeah,
right?
But the Bob probably kills him.
Yeah, the Bob's not amazing here. The Knight's a 3/3. So this is an attack for 7 unless if he finds it could be even more.
Oh, yeah.
Other Knight.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It's not bad. That's how we drew things up. Can make it an attack for 9 if he wants to Ghost Quarter himself.
Spicy. That'll cost him some mana. That Ghost Quarter is the worst tech edge I've ever seen.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Stone worst tech edge ever. Trigger. So he took 7 there. 10.
Speaking of tech edge.
Yep. That one's fine, but I mean, he just drew 2 lands, so
that's not fine.
This Bob is chumping.
Well, I mean, you got Soren to block. Oh no, you don't.
I'm interested. Chris left open mana just to eat with Ooze, maybe?
Yeah, he must have because he can't use the Knight. So there's a Soren. That's gonna do nothing.
Yeah, it does nothing. It's great. I love this combo. This is beautiful. Look, they're side by side too.
Yep, this is Scavenging Ooze. Eating his own Voice.
Chris
so
goes to 18.
Yeah, he's in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, this Bob has to chump. Now I advocate for going upstairs. You don't have to worry about Soren here.
No.
Let's get this game over with.
No, the Soren here doesn't matter.
The only thing
like, what, -7 or something, -6?
-6, yeah. And it costs 2 mana.
Yeah, that's never gonna get there.
2 mana every turn to try and get there, yeah. It's pretty bad. So the only thing Bob trades with is Voice, and if it does trade with Voice, it presents a much more lethal creature on the next turn. And he has a Selfless Spirit. It's gonna be a tough game for Shaun.
You will hop in front of the Scavenging Ooze. He will take 5 from this attack.
That Ghost Quarter play is still open.
Yeah, that would put Shaun to 3. No, he will just be
And
5.
Chris 2 tapped out, basically.
Yeah, which, I mean, that doesn't really matter. But
solid line, I think.
Shaun doesn't have a board, does he? Is it Damnation?
Damnation doesn't do it. He needs flaying
Not
tendrils.
anymore. Not anymore
He
with the Selfless Spirit.
He would
Flame
need
tendrils
like
wouldn't be enough.
yeah. He would need. I don't even know. Does Languish
Oh,
do it?
Actually, Damnation would be good here.
Oh, because he can't
Because
activate the
Chris
Selfless
couldn't use the
Spirit.
Selfless Spirit.